Well, good evening, everybody. Billy here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was October 1st, 2025. If you can't tell from the background, the first day of my Halloween festivities here on DSP Gaming. We had new decorations, actually some surprises like the return of Deathface after 12, 13 years or something like that. New animations, some new returning things that people really like, and overall great vibes. Today we had Halloween animations for all contributions, and people really liked that. I added sound effects to them this year. Nothing intrusive. Like I don't have sound effects that are like super loud or taking a long time to play, but they all kind of pair in with the scenes, and they look pretty good. People like them. So I think this is going to be a pretty good month. Um, Today we started off with a fun level 1 podcast, and we talked about 3 topics. Topic number 1, what should be the next DSP tries it? Kind of talked about two options, either Domino's Pizza, because we've actually never eaten Domino's Pizza in years, if you can believe it. I looked at all the DSP tries its I've done in the last year. We never did Domino's. And I'm like, try a couple different pizzas because they do have different styles, right? And I was also thinking of a return to Firehouse subs. We had actually done Firehouse subs about a year ago, and they just added a limited edition Thanksgiving sub to the menu. This is turkey with stuffing and cranberry sauce and a few other fixings. So it's kind of like a Thanksgiving dinner on a sandwich. Sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? So anyway, we haven't decided yet, but those are the top runners, and I'm sure that we're going to determine this within the next day and lock it in, okay? In addition to that, we talked about the games that I'm possibly going to be playing, and I will announce in this very episode, or this very video, what I'm doing tomorrow in regards to if it's a new game or an existing game, whatever. I'll tell you in a minute, okay? So we talked about that, and then the big news today. Xbox has once again raised the price of Game Pass, this time by 50%. Instead of being $20 a month for Game Pass Ultimate, they raised it to $30 a month. Insanity. Tons of people are talking about canceling Game Pass. My wife is going to cancel it. She had it for a couple years. She liked playing on Xbox, but now she's like, I haven't played much recently, and I'm blowing money. Why would I keep paying $30 a month? I don't know. You'll see the whole discussion in the podcast. Give it a look. Pretty awful that Xbox is literally shooting themselves in the foot. They have no idea what they're doing with this company, and they're going to tank it, basically. Anyway, so after that, we jumped into Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Now, today, I did all multiplayer because I got all complaints when I was doing the Grand Prix single player. Why are you playing the computer? You know, no one cares about the rivals or you unlocking this content. Instead, we want to see you play online. So today, that's all I did. And the way I set it up is similar to how I was doing with the Mario Kart World streams. For $10 contribution, you can pick a character that I'm going to race with. Okay? So we saw a good variety of characters, including Sage, Metal Sonic, Cream and Cheese. I know that's such a weird thing to say, cream and cheese. A little bit of Vector. I think there's like one match with Vector. Who else? Oh, Zaz, Tails. I'm trying to remember who I ended with. I did try for myself Big the Cat. And overall, I'm learning the game better. I actually got another victory today. I got a lot of like top 3, top 5 finishes. And I'm basically trying to learn the ins and outs of the game. How each class plays, how to combine the car with the class, stuff like that. However, here's what happened is we got good support until about the last hour. Then all of a sudden, the last hour, completely froze and died, no support whatsoever. So we did not hit the goal. We ended up the stream, I think it was $113, and that was it. And I was like, guys, it's this simple. I'm not convinced that this game is going to perform well as a day stream. I'm just not. Maybe 3 hours of multiplayer is too much, right? Maybe it is. So I said, from now on, what we'll do, let's keep playing it, but let's make it maybe a night stream, and let's see if it actually performs well as a night stream or not. And we'll go from there. All right? The thing is, if you remember Mario Kart World, actually within 2 streams, it actually was dying and wasn't getting support on a day stream. But then I made it a night stream, and as a night stream, it did well for like a month. So I'm not going to throw away Sonic Racing yet. I am still getting the hang of it, and I like it. So we'll do more of it next week on a night stream, and we'll see how it does then. Okay? Cool. So then tonight, it was the premiere of Hades 2, the full edition of the game. I had played Hades 2 as the early access advanced version over a year ago. I believe it was actually late May into early June of 2024. It was at that point, it was on my mini PC because I didn't even have my gaming PC yet. And so I played 8 hours of it, but people were basically getting kind of bored and telling me to stop playing because they were like, this isn't the full game. The full game's probably going to have better graphics, more gameplay mechanics, more abilities, more enemies, more bosses, more to it. Because you're playing early access, you're basically cheating yourself out of a better experience. So at that point, we said, stop. And I'll go back to it at a future date. And here we are, a full year and a half later, and Hades 2 is back. Tonight, we had decent attendance. It wasn't great, but it also wasn't awful. But people really liked this stream. Basically, we got a whole bunch I want to say we did like 170, 180 of support or something like that on tonight's stream. Pretty darn good for a premiere of Hades 2, a game that I was playing a year and a half ago. Now, because it did so well, I said to everyone, let's do it again. Why don't we do it again this week? And we will. I'll tell you in a second when we're doing it. And I said, if it keeps going on this well and people show up and engage in support, we can even discuss maybe making it a day stream for a bit if people want that. We don't have to. It could also stay a night stream, right? But let's see. So, great performance tonight. Just so let you know, I got all the way to the end of the second level on the first night. And that's without the new permanent upgrades and stuff. Like, I barely had anything unlocked. And we got all the way up to the second boss, which is awesome. You know, the original run, I got all the way up to the third boss, but that was 8 hours. Compare that with tonight, only 2. Okay? So, smooth sailing, really enjoying myself. Great stream. Everyone had a good time. Looking forward to more when we play it again. And I'll tell you when we're going to do that in a sec. Okay? So, overall today, great. No complaints whatsoever. I really enjoyed Sonic. Looking forward to more as a night stream. Hopefully it works better. Hades went really well. Looking forward to more of that as well. The only complaint I have, the sun was out again, because once again, the weather was wrong. They had predicted that it was going to be cloudy and rainy all day. It absolutely wasn't. Actually, it ended up being sunny most of the day with rain for like 20 minutes. So it was super hot in here and it sucked. Tomorrow, what I'm seeing, it's supposed to be cooler and cloudy most of the day. I hope they're right about that. Because if not, it could end up being really, really hot. And I hope not. They're saying high of 67, but cloudy most of the day. So if it's cloudy, it'll be perfect tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, so that was my streams today. Now let's talk. No, tomorrow there's no podcast. Tomorrow, I made the decision today. I am not playing a new game. The reason is I'm already juggling too many new games as it is, and I am staunchly against Ghost of Yotei. I found out today, this afternoon, the head writer of Ghost of Yotei was someone who previously worked at BioWare and wrote Anthem and Dragon Age Veilguard. I'm sorry, fool me once, shame on you. Veilguard, I tried. It was atrocious. It was so boring, and the story sucked ass that I didn't continue it. I'm not going to now buy another game written by the same person. They're the head writer of Ghost of Yotei and be bored for 40 hours. I'm just not doing it. So Ghost of Yotei is a skip. Sorry if you wanted to see me play it. Too much nonsense with politics. Too many people saying they're going to boycott the game and not watch my streams. And now the straw that broke the camel's back, the writer already wrote a shit game that sucked. I'm not going to play the next shit game that they wrote. Okay? Also, I made an important decision about Super Mario Galaxy 2. I do want to play it. I absolutely do. But I don't think now is the time. If I'm currently juggling Silksong, Sonic, Hades 2, and more coming because, by the way, excuse me, I have to finish Silent Hill F, and there's a beta for Call of Duty coming up. How am I going to do all that and play another game? And keep in mind, in a week, guess what comes out in a week? Battlefield 6. So I decided I'm just going to focus on the games that I'm playing right now and get good headway in them and see how that goes. So tomorrow, Thursday, no podcast, another major stream of Hollow Knight Silksong. So if you are someone who's been watching and supporting Silksong, please come by tomorrow. If you remember, we are in position. We are doing more of the deep, is it the deep depths? No, the deep docks. We're in the secret area of the deep docks that's actually very difficult. We got to a boss and died. We're going to go back and reapply ourselves, try to beat that. After that, we have to go back to Sinner's Road. I heard that there's a whole new area there to explore, so we're going to do that. We still have so much content to do before we even go back to the Citadel, and we try to finish it up, okay? And I even forgot, if you remember, we have to make a run to try to get the Gourmand quest done so we can actually upgrade the needle again. So we have a lot to do. It's going to be a great stream tomorrow. I hope you'll join me for that on the first stream. Tomorrow night, more Silent Hill F on the late stream as we try to head into Endgame. I mean, already jumped the shark. How much worse can it get? I guess we're going to find out. All right. And then on Friday, it is the premiere of the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta through Game Pass. I'm going to play it. I'm going to see what it's like here on keyboard and mouse. We'll see how it plays. It's probably awful because it has the wall running, double jumping crap. I guess we'll find out together. And on Friday night, we're going to do another stream of Hades 2 because Hades 2 did so well tonight. There's no reason to not jump right back in. I'm having so much fun with it. Let's keep going with it. All right. So tonight, enjoy the Hades 2 gameplay, the premiere, and have a good night. See you tomorrow for an awesome day of Silk Song and Silent Hill. All right. And by the way, tomorrow, we absolutely will lock in what we're going to be doing for DSP Tries It. All right. Have a good night, everyone. What a great streaming day today was. Thank you so much. See you in the morning. Peace out.